Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to Binging with Baboy, or welcome to Binging with Baboy. Today we'll be making ourselves bolabola. Let's start: one onion, one garlic, a carrot, and two potatoes. With a snap, we get it chopped. Now, in a very medium-sized to large mixing bowl, we will have ourselves half a kilo to a kilo of ground pork or beef, depends on you. Of course, this recipe is very flexible because meatballs are of course made of meat. It doesn't say pork balls or beef balls. So we mix all of those materials here: the four cloves of garlic, onions, the carrot and potato, finely chopped. Mix it in there pretty good. And of course, this is a recipe done by touch and by sight. We are Filipinos. We do not measure. That is a stereotype that is found and it is very true. So let me set these plates aside, and we will bring in our next ingredient, which will be our salt and our pepper. So as you can see here, we have our containers of ice cream, a very stereotypical thing that you find in the Philippines, and our plastic bags that are just cut. So now we will add our next ingredient. An unexpected one, especially for bola bola, is evaporated milk. Usually, evaporated milk is used for desserts, but this is a good substitute if your family members or people who's going to eat this or people who are going to consume this are allergic to eggs. You put a good amount here. Estimate around a quarter cup to half cup. Of course, it could be less than that or it could be more. You only want the consistency of when you sort of mix it with a spoon and you drag the spoon across the top. The spoon is clean, but it's sort of, and it's very malleable in a way. So as you can see here, we have a spoon here. You can use the spoon if you want to. As you can see here, I'm using the spoon pretty well. Basic mixing after a while, just to get everything well incorporated and to get everyone to know each other. I'm very happy. I think I don't know. Mixing stuff, mixing meat makes me really happy. It's a rarity. So as we continue, the mixture gets well incorporated. We're also going to add our next ingredient here. Our next ingredient simply is going to be our flour. This type of flour, it can be either cake. Again, this is a very flexible recipe. Cake, all-purpose. It'll all still taste the same. So you add your cake flour, your or all-purpose in a good amount. This amount should be well enough so that it'll help with making that consistency a bit more like that of bola bola or whenever you cook meals that require molding. So we continue mixing with our hands until we are not able to. And then we move on to using a spoon. Of course, a spoon is easier. So you edit your salt, pepper, or whatever you want to edit, your evap or your flour to whatever measurement you want until you get the consistency required. So after this, we will teleport ourselves to the fryer. Of course, it's in the same area. I had to move a lot of stuff. And here I recommend a lot of oil on 230 degrees until smoky. And not until you put in your first bola bola, that is when you'll turn it off. So you turn it off before you put your first bola bola in. So we'll have our spoon. Our spoon, of course, is the stereotypical measuring tool for bola bola. You roll it up like clay into a ball, and then you place it in. As you can see, I turned it off there. I'm rolling it right now, and I'm going to place it in. But before that, I was a scared little piece of crap because the oil was very active. As you can see, ooh, very scary, ooh. So I put in, and then I reignite the heat. Replace the flame, turn it back on to a good 230, and I placed more bola bola. I placed around 9 to 10 pieces, given that I have a 20-inch electric fryer, and the oil was pretty much at the half level of it, which of course is the recommended. So as you can see here, I continue this process here and there. After everything's been brown, I put it in a strainer, and then I put in the new batch of bola bola. I wash my hands in between so that my hands will have a thin layer of water, which is easier when you're doing the bola bola because it makes it sort of resistant to the stickiness of the meat mixture. So we continue right here, and we continue this process 3 more times. The measurements that I've given you will give you a good batch of 3. So now I'm wondering, what's with this part? Hey, why is this part still here? Hey, why is this part still here? Huh? Bro, why am I eating a cook? What? Do you guys film me eating a cook? Why? Why? Huh? No. This is. Am I? Is this the bread of Jesus? Is this the cookie of Jesus? I will never know. It's some weird thing. Was I asleep or was I high? Can you explain to me? I'm probably high from the smoke fumes. Anyway, let's just get back to the video. So I continue this process until all of these are finished, and then I place it in a good presentable plate. So as you can see here, a POV of me cooking this, and this is the kind of brown that you want. And here, our final presentation. It is pretty good if you ask me. You got a good 27-ish pieces here and there. And, it's of course a good starting meal for anybody who wants to learn how to cook. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. Goodbye.